everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the 49ers going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're led out by one of the few left-handed cornerbacks in the game today. Out of Boise State, it's Kellen Moore.
What makes Kellen Moore effective? An innate sense of timing and terrific vision. He sees things open before they actually appear that way and gets the ball out of his hands. He's a quintessential guy that actually throws receivers open.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Moore. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, they run it with Cole. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. His pass caught at the 4. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
And he'll take this one near the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost them.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. More now. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. It's a 3-point game here early. And we'll be back to South Florida after this. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Moore. Caught outright by Patton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Quentin Patton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. The return man, Griff Whalen. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Tannehill now to throw. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, we're now playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Again, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The first-round pick from a year ago, Eric Armstead. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Encroachment, the defense. Still 2nd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Looking for someone to throw to. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Money looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And back onto the field, here comes the Dolphins defense. And a tight ball game here, and in these close ones, every drive becomes magnified.
And we don't want to overuse the word critical, but it feels that way as they head out there for this possession. They need to get the ball back and give their offense a chance to get them totally back into this game.
We'll see if the defense can do just that here.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
More now. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run, hide, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point try now for Dawson. And that makes it 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. This is Chris Pohl. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. So a 3rd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Dolphins are going to have to battle back from behind in the second half. The 49ers, though, have turned it around after a tough loss last week, and they look much more confident today. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 49ers have it at the 9. Quick pass is complete, and he caps off the 8-play drive with a touchdown. They're now on top by 4. Dolphins have it at the 9. They're going to come away with another sack here. This will go as a loss of 10. continuing on the drive, and he ends up at the 14-yard line before he stopped on the play. Now to late in the second. Look out high, gets into the clear. And a quick three-play drive ends with the score. They're now on top by 4.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Whalen now to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Second and 10, Tannehill to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Here's Ellington.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Ajayi. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Delay of game, offense. Still third down.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough third down. Now Moore. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding, offense.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Landry now on the return. Whoosh. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now here come the Dolphins. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. He's got time. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the 49ers are going to get a first.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Bruce Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Whalen now to return. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The throw on second down is Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Eric Armstead able to drop him for a loss of 4.
But, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean. They can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Here's Matt Darr now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with a Giant. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Byron Maxwell, the corner, in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now Landry. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Simple slant route, and it works to perfection.
And when you're a big-bodied receiver, you use it like it's a basketball play. Body the defender away and catch the football.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw is Tannehill, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Tannehill now to throw. And he's got him. It's the tight end Cameron. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Tannehill. And incomplete. Chris Polk, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Nowhere, 22, go nowhere. Ready, blue 10, blue 10.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Tannehill. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Tannehill on third down. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Frank's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. They run again with a jive. And he'll go down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They run with a jive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now it's Ajayi. They find some open field here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while. The illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come out for a legal forward pass.
Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And quickly, they get to the line. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I don't care what level of football. Third down is emphasized on both sides of the ball. So right now, defensive guys are celebrating. They're going to get off the field. For the offensive guys, that's a missed opportunity. You've got to keep the sticks moving.
Yeah, it would have been first if he had been able to hang on. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
This is Ajayi, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the 49ers, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Miami, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.